STNE, because this is like e-commerce and so forth down in Brazil. Well, they reported better than expected Q4 earnings, higher financial services revenue for that part of what they do in e-commerce, and a lot more clients. So pretty much all the way across the board, a bullish report, revenue up almost 8% year over year, sequentially rather, and 11% year over year. An excellent report, Pete.
Yeah, top and bottom, they absolutely blew it out, John. It was pretty great. That's why it's up as much as it is. It's been up as much as 15, 16% to the upside. It's interesting that it was a lot closer to the lows than the highs. I thought that was interesting. The shorts are going to feel a little bit of this squeeze, and I think that's exactly why we're seeing the kind of move we're having. It's a great numbers. The numbers all across the board. They did a fantastic job. You mentioned it. You talked about revenue up more than 7% and year over year up 11%. Those are big numbers. Those are really amazing. And you look at margins, that actually has gotten a little bit better as well. So across the board, volumes, that's a little bit stronger. Stock up at about 11 and a quarter, something like that. I think it's pretty interesting. I almost would have expected, especially with the short interest that they've got, it's about 12%. I would have thought it's even higher than that. I thought they might even squeeze them a little bit more. But that is something that we'll have to keep an eye on, because if the stock starts a little bit more of a rise, John, I think that rise starts to accelerate. And I think that's what both of us are probably looking for.
Also had unusual activity, Pete. Stone, we had March 28th expiring 10 calls. And that was with the stock right there at 10. Well, it traded up through 11 and change today. Those calls went to $1.70 on the high. Granted, not everybody gets to sell the high, but if you paid 80 cents for them, like you see there on your screens, the chances are you came pretty close to a double on that. And 100%, yeah, that's pretty good when you're talking about $800, for instance, for a 10 lot of those, and you turned it into $1,600 or more.
It's not an option.